Okay, we're doing chapter 2, lesson 4. It is slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. The big things that you need to remember are that the slopes of parallel lines have the same slopes, same number, and then the slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite and reciprocals. So let's go through some of these things here. Same slope and opposite reciprocals would be like -3 and +1/3, or like 1/2 and -2, 3/5 and -5/3. Those are opposite signs and reciprocal fractions. That's for perpendicular. One of the biggest things that Algebra 1 and geometry, and even my Algebra 2 kids that I have right now struggle with, is using a slope and a point together in point slope form. Here's point slope form, where I put a number in for y1, for m, and for x1, and finding lines that are perpendicular or finding lines that are parallel. It's one of the biggest struggles people have. So we're going to make sure that we really pay attention to that when we get to that section of notes. I've got the reminders of slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. M is my slope, right? B is my y-intercept. And then there's point slope form where I plug in y1, m, and x1, and then just the talking about the slopes. Example 1, a hill and a gondola line 20 feet above the ground that goes up the hill both have a slope of 1/2. What is the geometric relationship between the hill and the gondola line? Okay, first of all, let's decide the gondola line. What is my y equals mx plus b? And the hill, what is my y equals mx plus b? So I need to know my y-intercept for my gondola. The slope, you guys, is 1/2. They just told me that. Okay. Can someone volunteer and help me? Y equals mx plus b for my gondola line. You have to digitally raise your hand, you guys, so that I can. Oh. Ryan.
For the y equals mx plus b, since the slope is 1/2, it would be y equals 1/2 x and then plus 20, which would be the elevation above the ground.
It is. It's 20 feet in the air. Perfect. Now my hill. My hill starts here at the origin. Rijan, can you turn your camera on, please? Clarissa, can you turn your camera on, please? Thank you. Okay, nobody? The slope is the same. Kenneth.
Yeah, it'd be 1/2 x for the slope because it's the same.
Yeah.
And then it would just be 0 because it.
Yeah. I'm not even going to put anything, guys. Yes, exactly. Okay. Excellent. All right. Here we go. Our lines K, O. 2 non-vertical lines are parallel if their slopes are equal. All right. So you have to actually like find the points for on line K. So on line K, I did like over 2 down 3. And then I did -2, 2. So then you just rise and run, you guys. Okay, rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. -5/4. That's the slope of K. All right, line N. I put my dots at here, 1, 2. And 4, -2. Rise and run. Start at the low point, just rise and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4/3. Are those slopes parallel?
No.
No, they're not. So no. M and Q. M. Again, you have to plot points on M. So like, here's a point I can plot on M. And then I did -1, comma. For M, I got rise 1, 1, 2, 3, 1/3. M and Q look like they might be. Okay. Q. Here's a point. Here. Just look for a perfect intersection. Rise 1, 2. Run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 fists. That's not it either. Nope. M and Q are not parallel. They must have the exact same slopes, right? Good. I'm going to turn the page. Perpendicular lines. Two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if their slopes is -1. Okay, we talked about that with our sample. Remember? Opposite reciprocal slopes. Opposite signs, reciprocal diffraction. Okay, so we're going through and deciding what's perpendicular. I want opposite reciprocals. So J and K. Again, you have to make dots. So this is kind of you going through, and then like J is down here. So let me put where J is like there. Oh, red, let's do red again. That's easy to see. J, and then like up here. There, I guess, kind of. J is 1, 2, 3, -2. -3 halves. K is this one up here, going upward. Here's a perfect intersection. And then 0, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is that opposite reciprocals? Yes, they're perpendicular. Very good. I'm gonna skip going through all of them. You get the point. You need to have opposite reciprocal slopes. Okay. What is an equation of the line through P that is parallel? So I need to use the slope of L and use the point 4, 1. Okay. I want a parallel line to line L, but it has to go through this point. So it's going to be up here like that. We need to use, ready? Y minus Y1 equals M X minus X1. Okay, X, Y, and M. That's what I'm plugging in. Here's my M. 1/2. See this right here? My M is 1/2 because that's line L's slope. There's X1 and here's Y1. 4 and 1. Those are the three numbers I need to plug in. Kenneth, you've already helped, so other people need to help. Only one volunteering per week. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
couldn't you do it with the slope-intercept form?
You can, but point slope form is big in pre-calc and calculus. So I'm going to use point slope form because it's something we need to remember and be up to date, refreshed on. Oscar, do you want to help me?
It'll be y minus 1 equals 1/2, and then x minus 4.
Perfect. Going to distribute, get it into y equals mx plus b. Distribute, add 1 to both sides. There it is. That is the equation of the line that passes through point P. I can even draw it. -1 is my, there it is. Good. Now I want to know one that's perpendicular. So I think I need to move my slope of L was 1/2. So my perpendicular slope is, what's the slope perpendicular to 1/2?
-2.
-2, that's the slope that's perpendicular to 1/2. So that's what I'm going to use as my M. And I'm still going to use the point 4, 1. Go ahead and work on it on yourself. I'll work on it too. Y minus 1 equals -2 times the quantity x minus 4.
This is Grant. Why is it -2?
Because positive 1/2 has an opposite sign, negative, and then the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. (1/2) and -2 are opposite reciprocals, perpendicular slopes. So I worked it out. -2x plus 9 is the equation that's perpendicular, and I can't even like get a y-intercept of 9 on my graph. It's, I don't know, way too high. Anyways, it'd be like a line that looks like this. Okay. Make sure you're good on these. I don't want you to go into pre-calc and not know how to do this. Parallel and perpendicular to the given line passing through T. So here's my x1 and y1. A parallel line has a slope of -3. The perpendicular has a slope of positive 1/3. So I'm basically separating, I'm doing my parallel, same slope, perpendicular, opposite reciprocal. We're just going to do number 5A, okay? So I want you to kind of work ahead on your own. Without copying me. So that's what I got for my parallel. Perpendicular is going to use the same point, 3, 1. but I'm going to use 1/3 as my slope because it's perpendicular. One-third times 3 is 1. Y equals 1/3 x. That's it. Perpendicular. The y-intercept is 0. What questions do you have on 5a? Okay. So now you're going to go into your workbook. You are doing, let me make sure that I get it right. So you look in the lower corner, and it's like, what lesson is it? This is 4.1. So you guys need your workbook. We're on 2.4. And I'm actually using someone's from last year. Do you understand 2 and 3? Okay. Anyways, this is someone's from last year. So you have to look on the lower corner, topic 2, lesson 4. Do you understand 2 and 3? And then, do you know how 7 through 10?